Orange juice squeezing clings oddly undefined as words fail to pin down the sound into a single line. No doubt the ambiguity of this auditory notion originates from a duality of motion. First, the circular grinding of the fruit against the plastic, tearing away the flesh with the movement of the spin. The second is the pressing down of the meat into itself, forcing out the liquid, leaving nothing but the skin until the zesty peel falls limp in its exhausted state, feeling helpless, weightless, drained, devoid of energy or shape. Thus, motion stands at the heart of what makes it so abstruse to describe in brief the sound that drips from squeezing orange juice. Dicing onions, on the other hand, rings out bright and clear as the verb itself seems to sneak up close and whisper in your ear the secret rooted between the layers of the onion's stiff for life, how it was dug up from beneath the earth and brought before the knife, and how the blade methodically dissects the structure brick by brick, its voice cutting deep, sharp and sweet, chirping tip, 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 tip. It is a magic trick of simplicity. The slightest sleight of hand, that's why the sound of onion dicing is so enticing and easy to understand. But then the sound of chopping mushrooms echoes simpler still, as the matter there stands completely bare with no outer skin or peel to conceal its tender nature. It feels no need to hide. Instead, the neck is stretched out gracefully, the head held high with pride. That's why, when the chopping starts and severed parts begin to fly and fall, you hear neither protest nor complaint. In fact, you hear no sound at all except that old strife between the chopping knife and the stubborn cutting board. Their interaction brief and rather stiff, a solemn minor chord, a dull tack, 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 like a beating heart made of wood. A reminder that some things can hit us pretty hard, perhaps harder than they should. And then the sound of oil heating in a pan is the absence of all these. It is a summer evening spent in a garden, kissed by a southern breeze. It is a Mediterranean wind breathing in between the olive trees. The quiet just before the storm that all too quickly disappears. For when he tosses the onions in the pan, they hiss in surprise. The pale skin grows paper thin, diminishing in size. And when he adds in the mushrooms, things begin to coincide. The tender meat crackles in the heat while the beat intensifies. And when he cracks 2 eggs, the liquid spreads quickly across the pan. And in a short span, things congeal and heal into a single whole again and then. Just before it starts to burn, he flips the omelette upside down, and the sizzling noise that follows is such a warm, comforting sound. And he savors these final, delicious notes, for all too quickly his breakfast is complete, and with the haunting silence of his lonely life, he sits down alone to eat. Thank you.